Welcome back to Lick Branch Farms. Today, Jace and I are out here harvesting our elephant garlic that we actually planted early November of last year. And if you missed that video, I'll put a link to it up here so you can go back and watch that one. And we pulled a couple. I pulled one yesterday, and they're all about the same. It looks like they have separated. I can see about 4 different cloves on this one bulb. But I am very surprised and very pleased at the amount of corms that I see on each one of them. And you can see the corms here. What these are actually garlic. That's basically just a garlic seed. That's what will make the bulb for next year. Now, if I understand this correctly, if I plant this corm this coming fall, it will make a bulb of garlic, one bulb. It won't separate, it'll just make one bulb. Then I can take that one bulb and plant it the following year, and then it will actually make cloves. That's what I understand. I don't know, I may have to do a little bit more research. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go down through here and we're gonna harvest this garlic. And as you can see, before I was telling you that we count down 5 leaves. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that 5th leaf is starting to die basically. So that's why I decided we'll go ahead and pull it. So we've got 3 here, and like I said, I'm really pleased at the way they look. This is the first time I ever grown elephant garlic, and you know, I can see I've got 25 corms already, and we're going to have a lot of seed garlic for this coming fall's planting.
Just 2 more hits, I would got it.
So we got all the garlic up, and I am very pleased with what we got harvested. Not only for the bulbs, but for the corms themselves. There are some of these bulbs are just massive. I mean, look at this one. This one is huge. But look at the corms that's on this thing. That's 8, maybe 9 corms. Even down to the smaller bulbs. I mean, they got them hanging off of them too. It's just littered with them. But, you know, these are what's going to make garlic for us in another couple of years. These are actually going to be planted this fall, and they will probably come back as a single bulb. And, you know, we've got some smaller stuff out here, like this guy here. See, now that's one single bulb. Now that is about what these are going to make next year. So if it does, we will plant that in turn, and that will make one of these guys here. Well, as you can tell, there's like 4 cloves there in that one. So, you know, it's a win-win either which way, because we'll never have to buy root stock again, and we can keep replenishing our own root stock every year. This will probably, this garlic plot will probably double in size this fall, and more than likely what will happen is we will plant 2 triple rows of garlic with the root stock that I'm going to purchase, plus what we've got here. 1 row will be just straight corms, so I know that that year's harvest will be put back and planted for cloves the next year. So we'll just keep that going until we actually turn, you know, majority of this plot into a allium plot, onions, garlic, whatever.
Are too big to fit in there?
Nah. All right, guys, well, we got everything out of the field. We got it back here on the back of the golf cart. You guys will look at that. And I got them just in an old bread tray. And what we will do, we'll carry them up to the barn, and we're going to sort them and pull the rest of the corms just hanging off. Now, we're not going to wash them. We're going to leave them just like they are, dirty and everything. We're going to take them, and we'll put them in bunches of like 5 or 6, you know, probably by size. And we're going to tie just regular old tomato twine around them, and then we're just going to hang them up and let them air dry. Now, we're going to do it in the shade, probably do it in the chicken coop up here, just hang them off a rafter, and let them air dry for about 10 days. And what we'll do then is come back and we'll test this stem. If this stem has dried all the way down to the bulb, we'll cut it off about 1 inch from there, and then we're going to put it back up and we're going to let it dry for a little bit longer until this paper gets to where it's, you know, dry and you can actually just push it off with your fingers. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and harvest the rest of these corms. Let me see that. This is a jar full of corms that we just picked up off the ground, just what fell off now. These things are loaded. You can see, you know, they're just loaded full of corms. And I'm actually more excited about that because this is what we need to put our, you know, elephant garlic harvest, you know, increase our yield every year. Now, of course, it's going to take 2 years for this corm here to turn into a bulb like this. But this is renewable stock. We can get this every year, you know, just if we have a good harvest. Now, these were in the ground mid-November of 2020, and we overwintered them. And this is the end of May, right at the 1st of June. Monday is Memorial Day, so they've been in the ground for roughly right at 8 months, 7.5, 8 months. And this is the reward for the wait. It was easy to plant. It was easy to maintain. When springtime rolled around, you know, we did have to fertilize more. We did have to keep the weeds down, but they were very easy to keep. I mean, there wasn't hard at all to farm this. And this is something that's going to benefit us for a long time. We'll be able to utilize a lot of this for our house, but we'll also utilize the cloves to have stock for this coming fall's garlic plot. All right, guys, so we're out here today harvesting our elephant garlic that we put in the ground last November. And as you can see, it's we had a pretty good harvest, had a pretty good crop. And we're going through and basically getting most of the corms that are just hanging on so we don't lose any of them. These are just as valuable as garlic herself. But I want to talk to you guys about, you know, what happened today. Today's actually a pretty exciting day for us here on our farm. We actually made our first sale as a market farm to a local produce vendor, and we're pretty excited about that. My wife, she did all the legwork. She did all the phone calls. She called up people trying to move this stuff for me, and she actually came through. She got a hold to a guy local that distributes produce through the local farmers market and, you know, through local sales. And we moved a pretty generous amount of cabbage and broccoli this morning, which I am very, very excited about. The guy that we're doing business with, our first contact, is actually, his first question was it grown local? And I think that means a lot to a lot of people. Yeah, you know what, I give all the credit to my wife, Betsy. She actually stayed on the phone for a couple days when she found out some of this stuff was ready to move. You know, we knew that we could not consume all of it. We give away what we could. And I've always told her she could sell anything. She is one of the best salesmen I've ever seen, or saleswomen that I've ever witnessed in my life. She could sell anything. And she came through for me on this one. She really did. And, you know, we actually have other avenues now after that, making that first contact. We've actually secured a few more sales once I have some more produce that comes off, and we have another venture that we're looking at for lettuce and radishes and things of that nature that it looks very promising for us, and we're real excited about that. But I wanted to take a minute to thank my wife Betsy. She actually came through with flying colors, and honey, I love you, and you don't know how much I appreciate you, but I'm glad we're in this together, and we do everything that we do as a team, as a husband and a wife should. So I love you. Keep up the good work.
That was so funny.
All right, guys, so we're just going through here and we're pulling off the corms to this. Jace is putting them in this mason jar. And what we're going to do is put those up and save them to get ready to plant this fall. Now, some of these, I mean, you can see are just flat loaded full of them. He's basically just making sure they're kind of clean before we put them in a jar. And we'll let those dry. We'll probably put those out on a paper towel or something. You see there's still some in there, but I'm not gonna disrupt that whole bowl just for that. And what I'm doing is tying tomato twine around them and basically just tying them up real tight.
There's one that I want you to have. That one. And
Get those four. We'll put those four together and make a bunch.
And that one. And that one.
So basically we're just tying them together like this and I'll put them on the pile. And once we get them all ready, we're going to take them down to the chicken coop and we're going to tie them up inside of that chicken coop. And see what I got all these off of them.
Can I take the skin off?
No, they're not dry yet.
I mean these.
No. Like that you can, yeah. Hold that up. Yeah,
That's what I was doing.
Alright, so see,
I think this one's too much.
we'll be able to get all that in there. So guys, what I'm doing here is I'm hanging this garlic up in the chicken coop. And I'm basically just tying it up on the fence here. You got plenty of airflow that goes through here. Let me see them scissors. I don't know what you done with it. Never mind, I got some. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave these hanging in here and I'll check on them in about, I don't know, 6-8 days, something like that. And see what they're, see if they're drying good enough. But yeah, I think we're gonna be in good shape where these guys are here. That's where I cured my potatoes out last year. I didn't hang them, but I had them in the floor on like milk crates. But it worked out real good. A lot of airflow. But yeah, that was, we started out with 51 cloves, what we planted back last November. And this is the results of those 51 cloves. Will there be more than 51 cloves here? I believe so. I think we're averaging about 4 cloves, maybe 6 cloves on some. And I think just between that and the corms that we got off of it, we're going to have a gracious plenty of garlic to put in the ground this fall.